What's going on, team? It's Caddy with Money Investing. I hope that you all are having an amazing day. So in this video, we will be talking about Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. We'll do a complete technical analysis on the stock. We'll map out some key support and resistance levels. And there's only about 2 weeks left for Tesla's annual shareholder meeting, along with their exciting event called Battery Day, which will happen on September 22nd. So we'll go over one article that essentially goes over everything that we need to watch out for ahead of this big event, and then we'll do some technical analysis on the stock. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to drop a like. It really helps out with the channel and recommends this video to other people who might be interested in watching as well. Also, if you're new, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future market updates and videos related to investing and or technical breakdowns. So before we jump into the article, I want to quickly go over some of the price targets and forecasts on Wall Street. So right now we have about 32 analysts offering a 12-month price target on Tesla stock, with a median price target of close to $300 per share, a high estimate of close to $800 per share, and a low estimate of close to $19 per share. So you can see how there's still a significant variance from a low estimate and a high estimate. The high estimate representing a valuation of close to $1 trillion with an upside of close to over 114%, whereas the low estimate essentially means that Tesla would lose its entire valuation and would drop close to 94%. So you can see how there's still a lot of indecision as to what this company is worth and where it's headed in the near future. Now, that being said, let's jump over to this article related to Battery Day and what are some of the things that we need to look out for ahead of the event. Alright guys, so here we are inside investors.com, and the article essentially reads Million Mile Battery, which of course is going to be center stage on that event. And if Tesla is able to do that, that could profoundly change the business model for the company. So if you read further into the article, it essentially says that anticipation mounts over reputed plans from Tesla to unveil a newly developed battery later this month that will last for up to 1 million miles. So in my opinion, that could be a game changer for the company and the auto industry in general, and could essentially make combustion engine cars and gas cars obsolete, because a million-mile battery essentially goes to show that if you were to buy a Tesla and it has a million-mile battery, you can essentially drive it up to 70 to 75 years. That is absolutely a huge competitive advantage for the company. Now, it further reads that the million-mile battery could profoundly change the business model of electric vehicle manufacturing. It also offers Tesla the means to significantly reduce the cost of making electric vehicles, plus the cost of owning its cars could also come down, providing Tesla with a huge competitive advantage. Now, another thing that we need to keep a close eye on is going to be pricing. Average car that sells in America is close to $35,000 to $37,000. So if they are able to reduce the pricing on their vehicles, they are going to open that market up to a much bigger audience and more accessible audience that can spend anywhere between $35,000 to $40,000 to buy and own a Tesla, which of course is going to save them a lot of money in the long run, because maintaining an electric vehicle is a lot cheaper than maintaining a combustion engine car, because there's a lot less moving parts when it comes down to an EV. So reading further, it essentially says that the topic of conversation for the battery has been around since April of 2019, when CEO Elon Musk essentially promised that Tesla would achieve this milestone. So it's not a question of if, it's more of a question of when that actually happens. And there's a lot of speculation that this event could be the time when Tesla and Elon Musk essentially unveil the million-mile battery. Now, battery technology is the heart and lungs of Tesla, and it's very critical for their success. We are also aware that there is a secret project called the Roadrunner that essentially goes over the manufacturing and production of these batteries at scale, which would make Tesla a reseller of these batteries moving forward. So if Tesla does achieve that feat, analysts expect the unveiling to take place on September 22nd, as I've already mentioned, and the company's manufacturing plant in Fremont, California. The day starts with Tesla's 2020 annual meeting of shareholders, and it's immediately followed by the event that Tesla calls Battery Day. Now, should the million-mile battery be unveiled, it could define where the electric car company heads over the next several years, and Musk hints that this event will be one of the most exciting days in the company's 17-year history. So now reading further, this right here is going to be the advantages that could fuel Tesla stock moving forward, and what separates Tesla from the competition aside from Musk and the Tesla brand are the batteries. This also goes to show that Tesla might become a third-party supplier of batteries within 12 to 18 months, and that could lead up to significant increase in valuation of its battery business, and of course is going to be an increase in revenue for the company, which is obviously going to drive up the valuation for the company as well. Now reading further, it essentially says that batteries are the most expensive components in electric vehicles. Suppliers of those components have a chance to reap the share of industry profits. So anyone who's able to produce batteries at scale and is able to cut costs when it comes down to building EV vehicles is going to significantly profit and generate a lot of revenue from reselling those batteries. And that's where Tesla is headed in terms of this business segment, and also include those batteries in their own cars as well. Now the factory in Shanghai is a third manufacturing plant by Tesla. There it makes its Model 3 and Model Y, as well as the batteries, and analysts expect a 1,000,000-mile battery to be made over there. Now Ives recently raised what he calls his bull case target on Tesla stock to $700 from $500, which is going to be after the split has taken place. His current price target is $380, but he thinks $700 is a realistic price target if China growth story continues to play out. Now in terms of the competition, when it comes down to the 1,000,000-mile battery, a China-based company named Contemporary Amprex Technology claims to be preparing a battery that will last close to 1.24 million miles. And this company is one of the largest producers of rechargeable cells for plug-in vehicles, and it's also a supplier to Tesla, as well as companies like the Volkswagen and the BMW and some other auto manufacturers. But whatever the competition has to offer, Tesla has one huge advantage, and that is going to be production at scale and scope. Others can claim to have a 1,000,000-mile battery, but only one is in the position for mass production, and that is Tesla with their gigafactories around the world. So if you read further into the article, that essentially goes to show how Tesla has such a huge competitive advantage over its competition. And Battery Day, we're going to find out a lot of things related to the 1,000,000-mile battery, the pricing, the Roadrunner project, and then another secret project called the Palladium, where they are going to be changing some of the designs related to their model vehicles. And you can see that at Battery Day event, Tesla to make critical announcements about manufacturing that includes a plant under construction near Berlin, and it offers a radical redesign in the way that Tesla will build Model Y at the Berlin plant. Now, Tesla Model Y is a crossover vehicle. Musk has said that it will become more successful than the Model 3, Model S, and Model X combined. And he also tweeted that the Berlin plant, we will have the world's most advanced paint shop with more layers of stunning colors that subtly change the curvature of the vehicles itself. So definitely a lot of interesting and exciting news to follow on that day. So now let's jump over to my TradingView platform to look at the stock price, look at the performance, and map out some key support and resistance levels moving forward. Alright guys, so here we are inside my TradingView platform. If this is the platform you'd like to use, the link is going to be down in the description below for you to get started. But this right here is going to be Tesla stock. As of the time of this video, it closed at $372.72, and it was up just about 37 basis points, or pretty much flat on the day. If you scroll down, you'll kind of notice that the market cap is sitting at $347 billion. And I've repeatedly mentioned that a much better metric for us to look at and consider is going to be the market capitalization of the company, because that just goes to show how much Tesla as a company is worth today. And if you believe that Tesla is worth at least $1 trillion, in my eyes, I do believe that Tesla is going to be worth at least $1 trillion in the future, if not more. Then there's still an upside of close to over 200%, because that would go from 350 all the way to $1 trillion, if that makes sense. So that right there is, again, my opinion of Tesla as a company. You might have your own projections and your own price targets. I would love to hear what those are. So leave a comment down below and what you think Tesla is going to be worth in the future, and we can get the conversation started. So this right here is going to be the performance of this stock. You guys will notice that Tesla has corrected itself quite significantly, which was a drop from an all-time high of $535 per share to all the way at $300 per share. That was a drop of over 42%, and that is quite a significant correction when it comes to Tesla stock. On the week, it's down over 8.4%. On the month, it's still up close to 20%. In the last 3 months, it's up close to 100%. In the last 6 months, Tesla stock is up over 240%, and year to date the stock is up over 345%, and that's after the corrections already taken place. So definitely a lot of momentum and a lot of strength for Tesla stock, and this right here is going to be the complete analysis from previous videos. So if you were to kind of zoom in, you'll notice that there was a very strong support at 272 to 275. So you can see how Tesla stock was essentially forming a really strong support right here at this level until it finally broke out of this level. So it was forming kind of like a bull pennant or a bull flag when it ran up all the way to highs of 358, and then it was making these lower highs, but there was a very strong level of support at 272. After that, essentially broke out of this channel, hitting an all-time high at close to $540 per share. So that right there is going to be the resistance that we need to watch moving forward. And since then, it did correct itself all the way to $307 to $309 per share, essentially dropping over 42%. And then I had essentially mentioned that this level right here could potentially start acting as a new support, because that has previously acted as some type of support and some type of resistance going back as far as July 23rd and even further on July 21st. And you'll notice how this support was validated at $307 to $309 per share when Tesla stock essentially jumped. And this right here was a jump of over 21% when Tesla essentially hit a high of $400 per share. So that right there is going to be kind of like the range within which we can see Tesla trading until battery day, and then after that, of course, there's going to be some huge price swings, and it's going to be incredibly volatile moving forward, because there's going to be a lot of information and exciting news for us to digest as investors, and there's going to be a lot of decisions that are going to be made moving forward, and it's going to give us a very clear picture of Tesla's worth, Tesla's valuation, and how and where the company is headed over the next few years. So moving forward, a more near-term support that I want you guys to keep a close eye on is going to be right here at $365 to $360 level, because that has previously acted as some type of support right here before having a minor breakout and then hitting new all-time highs all the way to 540. And then the resistance, in my opinion, is going to be sitting right here at around $428 to $429 level, because that has again previously acted as some really strong resistance. If you were to go back as far as September 4th, so that right there when we got rejected and then sold off even further, and then going back as far as August 24th, we hit that level and had a minor pullback until after breaking out of that resistance. So that right there is going to kind of like be the range within which I see Tesla trading in the near future, with a resistance at 426, a near-term support at 365, and then of course another support sitting at 320 to $322 per share, which has been validated very recently. Another thing I want to quickly go over is going to be the RSI and the MACD. You guys will notice that the RSI is very neutral right now. It's trading at 45, so it's not too overbought, not too oversold. And you'll notice how the MACD is also very neutral, so it's not too overbought, not too oversold. So moving forward, I would not be surprised if we continue to trade in between this range until we find out more information and news leading up to battery day. And of course, after that event, there's going to be a lot of volatility and a lot of price swings for Tesla stock. I do see the long-term value in this company and believe that it would at least be worth $1 trillion in the future, if not more, if they are able to roll out some of the things that we discussed in this video, and of course if they are able to expand at scale. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to drop a like. It really helps out with the channel and recommends this video to other people. As always, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about Tesla stock? What are some of the price targets that you have on the company? And what are some of the exciting news that you're waiting on battery day? As always, happy investing, and I will see you guys in the next video.